Last time on Phoenix Wright, we figured out that it was indeed De Vasquez who was behind Jackhammer's death, and, well, we were nearly killed because she had mob connections, and we kinda showed her some crucial evidence, which really was not one of Phoenix's better ideas. So, a lot of this evidence isn't exactly going to be useful. We've more or less established the fact that it was indeed Jack Hammer wearing the Steel Samurai outfit, and today I think we're going to be mainly focusing on getting De Vasquez to actually talk. If we can do that. All we have to do is just prove that she was behind this somehow, and this is our best bet. That being said, we also have to keep in mind that it was indeed Jack Hammer who put Will Powers to sleep. A bit stealthy like that. It does seem like Jack Hammer had it out for De Vasquez a bit, considering the fact that she'd been working him over the incident, which, while we were introduced to it as an accident, apparently Jack Hammer did indeed kill a man on purpose. But she had been working him to the bone, so he's not exactly too fond of her, I'd say. That being said, all we have as evidence in that regard is that photo. That's not going to fly on its own, so this is going to be difficult. Yes, the truth will become clear, and obviously it was actually Will Powers who did it, and he's guilty, yada yada yada, Edgeworth speak. He didn't say any of that, but it's probably because he's busy crushing paper cups under there. He is just so very angry. Well, we're getting right to the point, and thank goodness. I don't think I could stand another testimony from Salmonella. Well, she's talking more, but, she still does not give a fuck. Yeah, we've pretty much figured that out. Alright, what does she have to say? Hopefully it's somehow obvious despite the fact that she's pretty careful. Yeah, and unfortunately she is not repeating the mistake that Sal made. She's actually mentioning the lunch. Well, this is pretty concise, there's not much to work with. That also is the part I'm kinda curious about. Alright, well, as per usual, we'll just start with the old pressing routine.
Hold it!
Yes. Oh man. I do rather like her as a villain. I mean, she's kind of like a more successful Red-White, in that Red-White kind of really screwed up at the end. She's just like, yeah, no, fuck off, not answering ya. She has made that abundantly clear. but we have to do that. Like, all the time. If we don't bang our desks for emphasis, how will anyone know that we're serious? Please? Well, okay then. Judge, you want to step in? Point out how this is kind of bullshit? Anybody? Hey. Well, we're gonna have to present some kind of evidence soon. 'Cause pressing really doesn't seem to be getting us anywhere. Yeah, we're kinda getting concised into oblivion here. But I don't want to talk to him. That seems like a very weird place to start off, but I suppose we do have to start from somewhere. Right, so as Phoenix said, first things first, we kinda had to figure out a way to mention how that entire break thing is actually bollocks. So yeah, about that. See the steak plate? Nope. What do you say about that, huh? Now, none of you have actually seen this scene, but nonetheless, take my word for it, there were no bones on it. They made no bones about it. You ate the bone too! I'm pretty sure that's something Salmonella would do. That incinerator, which is there, again, you have to take my word for it, audience of the courts. I mean, the second one is something anyone would want to do, but more importantly... she ran into the Steel Samurai, who was totally ready to wrestle. That's pretty much what I'm implying here. What, you gonna play chess or something? Especially since he had it. I mean, I don't think she'd have that much of a problem actually wielding it, but wrestling it away first, probably not happening. There is indeed one other thing he could have been stabbed with. Something fairly familiar, actually. We don't exactly have proof of that incident, but...
Take that!
I mean, it's already a prop spear, so it probably wouldn't have been an amazing build anyway, but broken and also used on a man wearing a costume. Yeah, I can't see that going over well. And again, I have to say, we don't have proof of what was used at that moment, but there was indeed something else that could have been used, and something that, again, will be familiar from another incident. Excuse me, I have not been penalized once in this game, thank you very much. So this time we have to show off this photo. So thank goodness we actually weren't murdered by mobsters the other day, otherwise we wouldn't have this picture. Also, we'd be dead. But the first thing's more important. The evidence just wouldn't be there. I mean, I'd do a better job than Salmonella, but no and thank you. Well, you might have been the one to give us that evidence, actually. Walking, perhaps they could have gotten over, but not exactly in a timely manner, and it would have been fairly obvious. That being said, there is a far more effective method of getting from one place to another. She had one advantage.
Take that!
Well, yeah, he has to be. And I look pretty smart to start with, right? Oh, well, okay. We did it. Pretty good job. Yep. Why is everybody looking at me like that? We did it. We won the case. She just admitted she was guilty. We're good. I mean, she did just say that, so we're all good. Yeah, see, she said it. We win. Anybody? You and me. Oh, come on, really? You're gonna get me on semantics? That's not gonna fly, right, Judge? Please? Edgeworth? Come on, somebody back me up on this! I mean, that wasn't even a battle of wits. I just proved you could have done it, and then you said, yeah, sure, but nuh-uh. That's cheating. See, even Edgeworth thinks that's the case. Kind of. Come on. We've come so far. We're so close. She can't just shut us down like this. And there are no other witnesses. I mean, I guess we could still ask Salmonella, but no, I'd rather lose than do that. Well, I guess that's it then. She just noped her way out of that one. We just don't have the evidence to prove once and for all that she... Oh, it's nice of you to wait. Edgeworth?! Oh. Okay, well. Thanks for trying, at least. That was a pleasant... Oh! means a lot that you stuck it out for me last second, Edgeworth. I appreciate it, but we are done. Well, we did already kind of screw him out of that one, so he doesn't have much to lose here. But thanks to Edgeworth's intervention, we do have something to work with. And maybe she won't just constantly deny this one. It doesn't seem like we have much to work with here. This is fairly solid, but as per usual, all we can do at the moment is press, and at the very least, she probably didn't expect to be doing this, so maybe she wasn't able to perfect this testimony on the fly. We can only hope for that. Oh yeah? Well, I say you were, so there. Well, actually, yes. Alright, all we can do is just keep pressing harder. Have to disagree with that. I mean, the hair on that man is enough to stand out on its own, and this is anime, meaning that he actually has the most presence in the room. Honestly, sometimes I feel I'm the only one being logical around here. Yeah, I can see that happening. Well, I mean, we kind of know she's real biased. I wish I could just opt out of questioning in other social circumstances. Well, they were wrong, so you should fire them. Oh yeah, those guys were pretty intimidating. I mean, they didn't move at all, but yeah, they were pretty imposing. I mean, they filled the entire screen. It's terrifying. Wait, why would you think that? Okay, wow, that's actually a huge mistake. Wait, Phoenix, you're not going to point that out? You're going to leave it to me? Oh, thank you, Edgeworth. Probably to get out of murder. That'd be my guess. Well, why exactly would she need a reason? After all, it wasn't her that went to Jack Hammer. It was Jack Hammer that went to her. So, if anything, he was the one with a motive.
Take that!
Well, there's only one thing that could be considered a motive. Self-defense. Victory confetti for all! Well, we never did get confirmation on whether or not Jack Hammer's little incident was an accident or not. De Vasquez did seem to think it was on purpose, but we never really found that out, and it seemed like she really was hit hard by that death, so it is a possibility that it was an accident, but she just blamed him for it. Whatever happened, though, we never really figured it out. We just know that Jack Hammer tried to kill her, and in self-defense she pushed him off the stairs. On the bright side, that does mean Will Powers was indeed innocent. Of course, that also means that, while she did commit murder, De Vasquez isn't quite guilty. And it seems that Jack Hammer was more or less the perpetrator in this incident. I'm sure Old Bag wouldn't be happy to hear about that, but it was his jealousy and the fact that he was being worked by De Vasquez that he did this, and did lead to his death. I mean, in fairness, I think it's a little unfair to say, oh, well, I'm cast as the villain. That means I'm in a terrible role. Plenty of people love the villain in a kid's show. That being said, considering in this universe they really like the Steel Samurai, he probably didn't get much recognition, but, you know, I wouldn't be completely disappointed in a villain role. Unless he really didn't like hammy acting, in which case, he probably was deeply unhappy with his role as the evil magistrate. Oh, nobody told him. Yeah, about that, we really should just tell him before it's a surprise. There's only gonna be one more episode. Edgeworth, what's with the death glare? So, this is the first time seeing you out of court. Yep, us and that no-good dog of ours. Wait, we don't have a dog. Yeah, I can't see Edgeworth watching Steel Samurai. You know, we should have had this talk months ago, when we actually did meet again after all those years. Oh my. You know, some people are surprised when people ship Edgeworth and Phoenix. I really can't tell. I mean, a lot of their conversations are like this. Well, we're not going to find that out until the next and final chapter of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Because that's one case closed, but unfortunately, for Edgeworth it seems like something entirely new's opened up. Oh dear. Please tell me Salmonella is nowhere near this, right? I mean, he had to go to jail for at least a little while, right? I mean, he did help DeVasquez cover up a murder, so... Please, please don't let him write anything ever again, or appear in the series ever again. Somehow I get the feeling that's not going to happen. Oh well. At the very least, things did turn out well for Will Powers. He's still got a job. But, next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we move on to the next and final case. Turnabout Goodbyes.